Guarding off of an offensive rebound is just like transition, okay? So watch. Here comes the Celtics miss. They're going to get the offensive rebound. The ball gets punched back now, okay? So now everybody's got to find a body, okay? Like right now, you cannot stand here if you're this player right here, okay? Everyone's got to call out who they got. I got this guy, I got this guy, I got this guy. Garland should say take the corner and make sure that let them know that this player comes up here. So this player's got to come up here. You've got to announce it. You can't just stand in no man's land. You got to get out and find a body so Darius Garland can go here. But again, there's no communication. Guys are standing in random spots on the floor, and you can see what happens now. It's a wide open three. This stupid drop coverage on a pick and pop. I mean, you're just giving up practice shots at this point. Look at this. I mean, you have no chance of not giving up an open jumper here. All right, so let's take a look. If we hedge this screen, all right, this player's cheating up a little bit. Okay, when this player then officially comes off the screen, boom, we're up. Okay, we're pushing this guard this way. Now, in the meantime, this player's going to step up. But the second that this ball handler picks up his dribble, hesitates, or brings his dribble back, does anything other than attack off this big's hip, okay, I can recover back and bump you down. Okay? Bottom line. But, instead, you're giving yourself no backside help, and it's a disaster. All right, so this is a turnover off of a sideline out of bounds right here. Let's see this turnover, okay? Ball gets knocked away now, okay? So this player here, sprint, 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 sprint back. Why are you stopping? There's a turnover. If somehow Cleveland gets this ball, you can come back into the play and be a part of the half-court offense. But you got to sprint, 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 sprint now, okay? But instead, look what happens. You stop and dunk. Please stop running drop coverage. Look, you're just giving this guard the lane. Look at this. You're just handing him the lane, okay? So, again, this is such an easy ball screen to hedge. Why? Because I'm up here. Where's this player going exactly? The backside help is standing here, okay? And as soon as this ball handler picks up his dribble, hesitates, or brings his dribble back, I can go from hedging to recovering. But in the meantime, the backside help's standing right here. So why am I just giving up the lane like this? This makes no sense. Again with drop coverage. And look what's going to happen. You're going to let this guard turn the corner. So now look. Now the corner's wide open for a catch and shoot three. Again, why not hedge? Look, stop. This player needs to come up here, all right? This player's starting to cheat over a little bit. And then, boom, when this player comes off this ball screen, we're hedging high. All right, this backside defender's right here. Remember, the second this guard hesitates, picks up his dribble, brings his dribble back, I can recover and bump you back over. But in the meantime, we're up, and we have backside help right here. Okay? But running this drop coverage, and again, it's a wide open three. Again, the problem with drop coverage is Al Horford's getting to wherever he wants to on the court right here. So look how low he's catching this. This is too low. I can't dig. I can't do anything. And it's just an easy jumper. Again, this is one of those consecutive ball screens. It is so easy to hedge these, okay? First of all, I would switch this first one, okay? Get underneath so I can stay level to the ball handler. See? Too much separation right here, all right? If I know I'm hedging, it doesn't matter what I'm doing with this first one. So just switch it and get underneath. And then when this player comes off, again, so now I'm underneath here, right? And when this player comes off this second screen, boom, we're pushing him out this way. And where's Al Horford going? The answer is nowhere because this backside defender is standing and waiting for him, okay? And the second that this ball handler here has to pick up his dribble, bring his dribble back, hesitate, I get to recover then back onto Al Horford, right? If he's doing anything other than attacking off this big's hip, who's hedging high, okay, then I can recover. But in the meantime, I have backside help sitting and waiting right here, okay? But instead, you're in drop coverage. Al Horford gets to get to a very low spot on the floor, and you're just giving up an open jumper. Terrible transition defense here. Don't get back in a straight. Look at this. You're here, this player's here. If you go towards the center of the floor, you're guaranteed to be behind that player. If you're just sprinting back in a straight line, and then around the three-point line, you come over and guard this player one-on-one, okay? And you have trailers that are going to be able to eventually help you. You just got to delay it a little bit. Then you'll get behind this ball handler, and then you can delay it, and you can wait for these trailers who should be seconds behind you, okay? But look what you do. You go towards the center of the floor, which means you're guaranteed to be behind the ball, and it's a dunk. All right, a turnover here. Again, don't go back to the center of the court. Just sprint in a straight line. Then you'll be able to come over around the three-point line and guard one-on-one. When you go down the center of the floor, okay, towards the ball, you're guaranteed to be behind the ball. Look at this. See how this player never gets in front of the ball, and it ends up being a two-shot foul for Boston. Down screen coming here. Stop. What is going on? Your man is clearly setting a down screen. You have to get attached and show. So Jason Tatum cannot curl. He has to go out, and this chase can happen. When you don't show, Jason Tatum can just curl right off of this, right into the lane for two. Again, the problem with drop coverage. On a pick and pop, you're screwed. This big can't drop towards the ball, then get back to Al Horford. That's never happening. All right? So you got to hedge. All right? So let's see what happens here. This player comes off this ball screen right here. Boom, I'm out. This player is coming over here in backside help so they can't pass it to Al Horford. This guard is occupying these Celtics players 2 passes away. Now, remember, the second this ball handler hesitates, picks up his dribble, or brings his dribble back, I can go from hedging to recovering and bump you back. Okay? But in the meantime, all right, we're pushing this guard out. Now we can have backside help because these Celtics players now become 2 passes away, and one player can occupy 2 passes away, and we're good. But you run drop coverage on a pick and pop with no backside help, and forget about it. Again, where are you getting beat? So you're guarding the ball right here, right? Okay, ball gets swung. Rotate with the ball. You're not guarding here anymore. You're in, okay? You're in. Parallel to the block, wide stance. If you don't have to move inward, you'll always be able to get back outward. If I'm this player here, I'm coming up and I'm sending this player into the second defender right here. Okay? Stunt, recover. All right? But instead, you get beat away from where your gap help is. You don't close up that airspace. Darius Garland never even gets in the gap, and it's 2 points. You never go up the gut of a down screen, ever. This player needs to obviously see his man is setting a down screen and show. So this player has to go out a little bit, and I can chase. Whenever you go up the gut of a down screen like this, bad things will happen. And right here, it's just this player's able to get it and go right to the rim for 2. This is what happens when your back's to the sideline, not the baseline. Stop. Look at Ricky Rubio here. Back's to the sideline. No. Get in, back to the baseline. So now that as your man cuts through, you're cutting with him. But look what happens. You got your back to the sideline like this, so now you're susceptible to getting smoked back door, and that's exactly what happens. Again, you're trying to run drop coverage on a pick and pop, so you're going to be giving up practice threes. That's what happens every time. So, all right, let's take a look. This is a ball screen. I am certainly hedging, okay? This player's up, pushing this guard out this way, okay? Backside defender right here. Again, the second this guard picks up his dribble, hesitates, or pulls his dribble back, okay, I can then recover and bump you back down. In the meantime, though, okay, I'm hedging. This backside defender is over here. Let's say they throw a skip pass here. It's just a very simple here, you go here, and then the man in backside help just falls back onto here, okay, assuming that we're not able to just hedge, get this dribble picked up, hesitate, bring the dribble back, and then I can't just bump you back over here, which is also very likely. But instead, you're running drop coverage on a pick and pop, and you're just wide open threes galore. Can't miss this gap assignment here. Look at this. Ball's here. Stop. Okay? So you're Ricky Rubio. Get in. Okay? You can be parallel to your left foot can be parallel to the block. Okay? And you can get up the line some. All right? So when this player comes this way, I'm stunting, easy recovery. okay? But look what happens. Ricky Rubio doesn't rotate to the ball, so now there's a driving lane that should never be there, and this player just gets right to the rim, draws all kinds of chaos, the defense is scrambling, and eventually leads to an open jumper. This is ridiculous to be running drop coverage on a ball screen set this high, okay? Look what happens. You run drop coverage, disaster ensues, wide open catch and shoot three. So again, I'm not going over hedging because I don't need to hedge. Right here, stop. This ball screen is set so high that what can I do? Get up, jam the screener with your body, show your hands, and this player simply goes under, and you're fine, okay? But instead, you're running drop coverage, and it's a disaster like it most of the time is, and there you go. What is Ricky Rubio doing here? Why are you jogging? Look at this jogging. No, sprint, 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 sprint. Give us an extra number on defense. Look at if you sprint, and you're here. Now you just can take Tatum. But instead, now someone's got to come all the way over. Tatum's going to be able to rip and go baseline, and we end up with a two-shot foul. Absolutely pathetic by these two Cavs players right here. Sprint, 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 sprint. Get beneath the three-point line. Look if you sprint, okay? Ricky Rubio's right here then, okay? And now when Jason Tatum comes this way, there's absolutely no place for him to go. You can stunt and recover your man's at half court. But instead, you're out past the three-point line for no reason, and it leads to an and one. You never go up the gut of a down screen. Look at this right here. You chase. You don't go up the gut. Look what happens when you go up the gut. See? Now Jason Tatum has an angle to just rip and go right into the lane, draw help, and it's a wide open three for Al Horford. Cross screen. Cavs don't defend this cross screen at all. Stop. Here it is right here. Okay? Let's take a look. Cross screen. You got to jam. If your man is setting a cross screen, you got to jam this player as he comes through to knock him off a spot so this player can get on the other side. You don't touch him at all coming through the cross screen, and it's catch way too low and a layup. That's why you want to be in the gaps. All right, look at Darius Garland. You're hugging the three-point line. Again, move. First of all, you should be up the line, and then move in, okay? You can have your right foot parallel to the block. So when this player comes this way, there's no place to go. None. And if I don't have to take my feet inward, I'll always get back outward. So it's just stunt without having to move my feet and easily recover. But you're not in the gaps at all. You end up gambling and instead of stunting and recovering, and it results in a two-shot foul. You have to guard with your back to the baseline, okay? Stop. Already wrong. Because I need to see ball and I need to see man, okay? The other reason is, look at this. Stop right here. If your back's to the baseline, this isn't happening. This just isn't happening. I mean, what on earth? All right, this is bad transition defense. Stop. Why is this player doubling? Okay, we can move over here. We got bodies coming this way. Okay, stop. See, look at this. I need to be moving over here ready to find a body. Okay, right now. So this player catches it. This player can stay home. Okay? But, again, instead, you're just in the middle of nowhere. You're just standing in a random spot on the floor. So now this player catches it, forces that player to have to step up, and disaster. Are you getting beat? Why is this Cavs player right here not just saying send him left, so this player can get up and force Jason Tatum this way, where there's no place to go. Instead, you get beat away from your gap help, and now Jason Tatum gets to do whatever he wants, and it's a two-shot foul. All right, so let's take a look at this player guarding in the corner right here. First of all, you can get further in. You can be on the block or parallel to it. So his right foot could be right here, okay? That's not right. It could be right here, okay? Left foot out. So when Jason Tatum comes this way, I'm just stunting. I don't have to move inward. I am just stunting without moving my feet anywhere and then just recovering immediately after that. If you don't have to move inward, you will get outward. But watch what this player in the corner does. First of all, he's too far out. Then look. Then where's his feet going? His feet are going inward. So, of course, you have no chance of getting outward. Empty side ball screen's the easiest ball screen to hedge. Let's take a look at the Cavs ball screen defense, which is essentially nothing. So let's back it up here. Again, all right, this is easy. Get up, push this guard out this way. Backside help right here. This player slides down and occupies both Celtics players 2 passes away. Remember, the second that this ball handler picks up his dribble, hesitates, or brings his dribble back, this player can go from hedging to recovering and bump this backside defender back. So that's what you need to do, not give up layup. All right, so you switch this dribble handoff. I'm not totally sure why, but whatever. Right now, we're cutting this court this way. It's the only place this player can go. This player, remember, he can get in as his left foot can be parallel to the block, okay? Right foot out. And now we are cutting this dribble off, and the only place this player is going is to a second defender. And this player now doesn't have to move. If you don't have to take your feet inward, you'll get back outward. So we're just stunting and easily recovering. But instead, you're going to let this player go wherever he wants to go, and it's going to lead to an and one for Boston. See, right now, if I'm Evan Mobley, I'm getting the ball out of Dennis Schroeder's hands right here, okay? This is easy. I'm cutting off his dribble. This player needs to move in, and I'm just sending him this way into a second defender. That's it, okay? But instead, you're going to let Dennis Schroeder go wherever he wants to go. He can basically create his own isolation right here, and you can just see him blow by Evan Mobley with no help whatsoever, and it's a layup. Right? You're switching this ball screen. That's totally fine, but stop. Okay, Evan Mobley right now has got to angle his body this way. This player's got to move in with his back to the baseline. So now this player's coming here. I'm easily able to stunt. I can even get up the line a little bit. Okay, but when I'm sending this player from Evan Mobley this way. So now this player can just stunt, dribble picked up, recover. But instead, Evan Mobley's going to send him away from any gap help, and it's a layup. If you're Ricky Rubio, why are you cheating the screen? The Celtics are in the bonus. That is a very key point here. Okay, just guard this player normally one-on-one like this. If this player comes and sets the screen, you don't need to cheat the screen or do anything. Just guard them one-on-one. If you get screened, defend normally, and our ball screen defense will execute. Look what Ricky Rubio does. Look at how you can see how he's cheating the screen. And now he's going to gamble, and the Celtics are going to the free throw line. And cross screen, you've got to defend this cross screen right here. Your man is setting a cross screen. You've got to jam this player off the spot so this player can get on the other side. You don't, so it's just an easy little shot at the rim, which allows for an easy offensive rebound, and 2. All right, so how stupid is this? You're in drop coverage. You give up a wide open 3 to Jason Tatum, okay, and 1 actually, okay? So again, this is an empty side ball screen. This is the easiest ball screens to hedge. Bump this player out, backside help right here. Okay, this player slides down and occupies Celtics players 2 passes away. Remember, the second that this ball handler, when we push him out, picks up his dribble, hesitates or brings his dribble back, okay, or does anything other than just attacking off this big's hip, all right, I can then recover back, bump this backside defender down. But you've got to hedge right here, and you need backside help here, okay? But instead, you're in a defense that says, let's give up wide open 3. This is what happens when you don't battle for real estate right when you cross the three-point line, okay? The Cavs defensive player has to be the one to initiate contact. If you let the Celtics big initiate contact, well, here's what it looks like right here, okay? Now you have no chance. Easy lob pass, easy 2. All right, again, this is an empty side ball screen. You're going to run drop coverage. It's going to be a disaster. So again, let's take a look at what we can do to defend this. This is, again, empty side means it's the easiest ball screen to hedge. Push this guard out, okay? Backside help right here. I don't even see this player's man in the picture. Anyways, backside help right here. This player's hedging and pushing this guard out. The second he hesitates, picks up his dribble or brings his dribble back, I can recover back down and bump you back over here, okay? But you're just going to give up the lane and cause all sorts of problems. Don't lean towards the screen. Stop. Just guard this player one-on-one straight up. Make him come off the screen. If he does, our ball screen defense will execute. But look at this player here. He's going to cheat the screen. Easy ball screen refusal. Draw all sorts of help at the rim and a wide open 3. Again, you're drop coverage off an empty side ball screen, so let's just give up a wide open jumper. Okay, so again, empty side ball screens are the easiest ball screens to hedge. Look how close this is to the sideline. This player is literally going to be picking up his dribble, hesitating, or bringing his dribble back within a second. In the meantime, I have backside help. But in about a second, I'm going to be able to recover back and bump you back over here. Okay? But instead, you're just giving up a wide open jumper for absolutely no reason. See, another problem with drop coverage. So they're going to run a ball screen here, and then the Celtics are going to run a cross screen on this big that's dropping. Okay? See this cross screen? So now this is just a wide open layup for Marcus Smart. So again, right now, look at this if you hedge this screen, okay, and you push this guard out, okay? I'm not going to even talk about the fact that the second he picks up his dribble, hesitates, or brings his dribble back, you can bump back down. There's no reason to, because Al Horford's going nowhere. The backside help is standing and waiting. The Celtics spacing is atrocious, okay? But you're running drop coverage, so now this cross screen gets set, and it's a disaster. This is a big reason why you cannot guard. Look at this. I mean, this is elementary basketball right here. Ball, you, man. Ball, you, man. Okay? That's why your back is to the baseline. Your back is to the baseline. Because right here, when this player comes this way, if I'm seeing the ball, I know I need to be in the gaps. So I can stunt, recover, and this drive's going nowhere. Okay? But instead, these players here have no idea what's going on with the ball, so it's just going to be an easy blow-by for a layup. Well, this is basic. Down screen coming right here. What is this player doing at all? Right here, you got to get attached and show, so this player cannot curl. He has to go out a little bit, and now I can chase. But you don't show, so look. Now this player comes off this down screen. You've got to now stay and help. And now nobody's there to guard Al Horford. And it's an open catch and shoot three. All right, again, you've got to send this man into gap help. First of all, this is not how you guard where you have no idea what's going on with the ball. Right here, okay, this player's got to drop. Okay, back to the baseline. All right, he's seeing man, he's seeing ball. This player then needs to bring his man this way, where he's right into a second defender, and there's no place for him to go. This player's dropping back to the baseline, right? Seeing ball, seeing man, and you're just bringing Marcus Smart right into him. But instead, you're going to get beat away from your gap help, and it's a two-shot foul. You're running drop coverage with no backside help, so this is essentially a 2-on-1. So obviously, you give up an easy layup. All right? So let's take a look. I can hedge this ball screen, okay? Get up, push this guard out. This player needs to come up here and backside help. Remember, the second that this guard picks up his dribble, hesitates or brings his dribble back, okay, which happens a lot. The only thing he can do to keep me out is if he continues to attack off my hip this way. And with a hard hedge, that becomes very difficult, okay? So I'm going to be most likely to be able to bump this player back pretty quickly, okay? But in the meantime, I need to hedge, and I need backside help. You run drop coverage, and you're giving up a 2-on-1. Well, again, you're running drop coverage, and look at what happens. This player just gets the lane right to the rim for a layup. So again, look at how easy this is to hedge. This is a horn set for the Celtics, okay? Get up and hedge. Push this guard out this way. The backside defender is literally waiting right here for Al Horford, okay? And then remember, the second this guard picks up his dribble, hesitates, or brings his dribble back, I can recover back, and then the backside defender can recover one step to where his man is, okay? But I mean, in the meantime, I'm hedging. The backside help is literally right there, and I'm keeping this guard out of the lane. This player needs to close this space off so he can't split through this hedge right here. But you're running drop coverage. It's miserable. All right, where are you getting beat? All right, first of all, this player should be up and guiding this player this way, right into this gap help. Ricky Rubio's in a perfect spot. He can stunt without having to move his feet inward, and he'll easily be able to get back outward, okay? The number two is you can see this player starting to feel out a screen here that, by the way, never gets set, Okay, so Al Horford's going to fake like he's going to set a screen. Okay, and look at this. See how he's starting to back up, trying to feel out the screen. So now his man's just going to blow by him, and it's going to be an easy turnaround jumper.